Hello YouTube, welcome again here to Sports Talk Central. I'm Noah, and this is my friend Ian. Today, we will be discussing the top 10 running backs for the upcoming 2015 season. Well, Ian, it's just around the corner. We're talking about fantasy football. So why don't you tell them how this is going to work today?
Well, we're discussing the top 10 running backs. We each get 15 seconds to state the player, the number we have him at, and why we put him there.
And after each of our selections, again, we will show you an edit of that player.
So, without further ado, I guess I'll get us started.
Alright, who do you got?
At number 10, this may be a shock, but I have Adrian Peterson. Don't give me that look. See, he didn't play last season, so I mean, it all depends on how he comes out, and I feel like he'll have a good year. It's just I didn't see enough of it. So,
of course you didn't see enough of him. He played one game. Alright, at my number 10, I got Jeremy Hill. The second-year running back this year who just, he really came into his own last year. He had 9 touchdowns as a rookie, which is pretty incredible. 8th in the league in rushing yards, averaged over 5 yards per carry. Yeah. Jeremy Hill, very good running back.
Alright, moving on to number 9, I have Lamar Miller. Carried for 1,099 yards, 8 TDs, and just 216 carries. He's a really good back, and that's why I have him at number 9. Can't miss. Wait for it.
There you go. At my number 9, I got Arian Foster. The Houston running back. He is very good. Nobody really remembers Arian Foster because he's one of those old guys. He's coming up to 30 because that's like the death age for all running backs.
Yep.
But he was 6th in the league last year in rushing for Houston. The only reason I have him this low is because they don't have a quarterback.
At my number 8, I have Justin Forsett. When Ray Rice went down the drain, he really stepped up, had 1,266 rushing yards and 8 TDs and just 235 carries. So he did his job, and he's a pretty good back for it.
Number 8, I got Jamal Charles. Jamal Charles, that's what he did to a lot of defenders. He knocked them over.
Yeah.
He had over 1,000 yards rushing last year, 5 yards per carry, 9 touchdowns. Jamal Charles, he's always in the conversation for top running backs in the NFL. Again, I don't think the Chiefs have that good of a quarterback with Alex Smith because he never completed a touchdown to a wide receiver last year.
At number 7, I have the oldie, and I bet if Noah didn't remind you guys, you'd forget who he was, and that's Arian Foster.
Oh, we forgot about it.
I mean, 1,246 rushing yards. He did his job despite having a terrible quarterback situation, and what else can you ask for?
And now he has a worse quarterback situation. Number 7, I got Justin Forsett. As he said, he stepped up for Ray Rice. And he really came into his own last year. He was 5th in the league in rushing, which is pretty good for somebody that nobody knew of, let's be real. 8 touchdowns, over 5.5 yards per carry, Justin Forsett.
At number 6, I have Jamal Charles. Simple. He's a truck.
He's a truck.
I mean, running at a train, he could probably stop it. That's how much of a truck he is. Dead serious.
Yeah. Alright. At number 6 for me, I got Eddie Lacy. 7th in the league in rushing, 9 touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers, he has him in the back just in case because Aaron Rodgers is the best player in the NFL, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Eddie Lacy, he is also a truck. Just don't put him on the Madden cover.
At number 5, I have Jeremy Hill. Breakout year as a rookie. He has a perfect combination of first-level power and second-level burst. Average 5.6 yards per carry. Just a solid overall back.
And Andy Dalton ain't going to take him to the playoffs. Or at least ain't going to win the playoffs. All right, at my number 5 pick, I got Shady McCoy. Third in the league in rushing. He was actually my number 1 pick in fantasy last year. Very slow start, but you know, put LeSean McCoy with Rex Ryan. Who knows? Maybe you know he can continue that rushing trend, and you know he'll get featured a lot with that who knows quarterback situation. Because Sam Bradford ain't staying healthy.
At number 4, I have
Tim
Eddie
Tebow.
Lacy. He had 20 runs for 15 or more yards. That was second behind DeMarco Murray.
Ooh.
And DeMarco Murray, he's a pretty good back himself.
Well, maybe.
He's just consistent overall, and that's why I have him at number 4. Consistency.
That's a good pick. At my number 4, I got Le'Veon Bell. And the only reason I have him down this low, since I'm talking about fantasy standpoint, he's going to miss the first 2 games of the season. It was 3, but he got that reduced, unlike Tom Brady. Moving on. Second in the league in rushing last year, only behind DeMarco Murray. He had 8 TDs. Le'Veon Bell is a force in the backfield.
At number 3, I have DeMarco Murray. Ooh, that was smooth.
You only have him at number 3?
Yeah, led the league in rushing yards. He's a powerful rusher. I mean, he's really what you want out of a running back, but partly I think it was because of that Cowboys line. But he'll do a good
That
job.
Cowboys line was...
He'll do a good job in Philly.
At number 3, I have his number 10, Adrian Peterson. Yeah, Adrian Peterson. Why I have him this high? Well, I don't think he's going to miss a beat this year. 2 years ago, he was less than 50 yards away from Eric Dickerson's record, and he has over 10,000 rushing yards in his career, 86 TDs. He's not going to miss a beat. He's going to be like the Alex Rodriguez, you know, coming out that missing a year style, just trolling everybody. He's going to be a big force. Oh, and shout out to my Bible teacher, Mr. Bolenka, for picking him first overall last year.
Oh, yeah.
He went 2-14.
At number 2, I have Le'Veon. He's a feature part of that Pittsburgh Steelers offense. Ben Roethlisberger was talking about how they want to score 30-plus points every game. I mean, they have to with that defense of theirs, but...
yeah, it's not like the Pittsburgh defense it used to be.
Yeah, so, I mean, he'll have a good season, and so that's why I have him at number 2.
At my number 2, I got Beast Mode, Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch, well, what more can I say? He's a beast. It's in his title. 13 TDs last year, should have been 14 if not for one ill-called play. 4th in the league in rushing, he is a beast. I don't think his age matters because nobody stopped him.
Yeah. And at number 1, my last pick is Marshawn Lynch.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, I mean, he's only there so he doesn't get fined. What else can you say? He has toughness. He has the ability to move defenders out of the way. I mean, move defenders out of the way. So
He's just here so we don't get fined.
he's a good back. In all seriousness, he is really my number 1.
That's a good pick. And for my number 1, I got DeMarco Murray. First in the league in rushing last year. Yes, it was mostly because of that Cowboys offensive line. But if you look at the numbers, the next closest guy was Le'Veon Bell, and it was over like 475 yards difference.
Yeah.
DeMarco Murray was 5 yards short of 1,900 yards last year. Tied for first with touchdowns with Marshawn Lynch with 13. And in that Chip Kelly offense, I think he's going to thrive in Philadelphia.
Yeah. So,
Well,
that concludes this segment on this Friday afternoon.
But wait,
There's more.
yeah. I got a couple sleeper picks here. There isn't any edits for these because we stayed up really late making them last night. But my 2 sleepers, I got Joseph Randle for Dallas. He was DeMarco Murray's backup last year. And you know, with that Dallas offensive line all coming back, Joseph Randle, he's going to get a lot. He's going to be featured a lot because
Yeah.
you can't really rely on Tony Romo that much. But Joseph Randle actually averaged about 6 yards per carry last year. And my second sleeper, I have Carlos Hyde for the San Francisco 49ers. Hyde was a little banged up last year. This is his second year. You know, with Frank Gore gone, they're going to need somebody because everybody's gone in San Francisco. But Carlos Hyde, the second-year man out of Ohio State. Shout out to Ohio State.
He had to throw that in there.
Had to throw it in there. It has to be in everyone. He tied the Frank Gore last year with 5 touchdowns. That was the team lead. So I think he's going to be a big force for the San Francisco 49ers because, you know, they ain't going to win more than 5 games.
What can you expect? All their players either left or retired.
Yeah.
So that concludes it for today's segment. There's no more this time. Make sure if you like the edits,
He did not screw up this time.
check us out on Instagram and Twitter. All the edits will be on Instagram. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share. Tell your friends.
Tell your family.
Have a,
Tell the world.
I guess,
Peace.
this is it.